Welcome you all to this wonderful video. My name is Mohammed Farooq and I am from Legend School Class 9. Today we are going to have a wonderful debate between Brother Larab and Brother Seshan. But before starting, I want to thank my favorite teacher Daisar for giving us this opportunity. And now I want to introduce you with our two debaters, Brother Larab and Mr. Shakib. So, Brother Larab believes that liberty could be achieved by non-violence, and Brother Shakib believes that liberty could be achieved by violence. So first I request Brother Larab give his opinion on this topic that liberty could be achieved by violence. Brother Larab, please.
Myself, MD Larab, son of class 9, and I am here to share my views on the topic. Liberty cannot achieve through non-violence means through war. It can only be achieved through non-violence means through peace. Desmoulins, he is a revolutionary journalist and philosopher, also in French Revolution. He said that liberty cannot achieve through non-violence. Liberty can achieve through non-violence means through peace. And Maximilian Robespierre is the leader of Jacobin Club. He said that liberty cannot achieve through non-violence means through peace. It can only be achieved through violence means through war. So I want to ask a question: if it can be achieved through war, then in his reign of terror, many of them has got executed, killed, arrested, so no one got profit. And Gandhiji, Nelson Mandela, many of them started to follow the path of ahimsa, and if they would told that fight with each other, then no one got independence.
What a wonderful speech given by my brother Larab. Now I request Shakib to put his view on his topic, liberty can be achieved by violence. Please Shakib, start.
Good morning all my dear friends and respected teachers. I am Syed Saqib Akhtar, a student of class 9A, presenting you my opinion on liberty can only be achieved by war. As per me, yes, going on a war in a short term is obviously not for a peace, but in a long term presence, the war is pretty useful as it gives a pretty long lasting stability and peacefulness. Let's take an example like World War II. In World War I, all the big countries started to destroy each other in the phase of conquering each. But in World War II, when the fascists got all the power to destroy the upper hands, they started to do it. And when a war destroys a tyrannous and aggressive government, it is indeed for a peace. I accept that war is indeed a hell, but peace is worth the price.
So friends, as we have heard Brother Shakib's speech, he has also delivered a wonderful speech on the topic that liberty could be achieved by violence. But I think it will be hard for Larab to tackle. But even then I request him to put his view on the Shakib speech. So Larab, please.
Remember what happened with Hitler in World War II. He had to commit suicide and all of his allies were sentenced to death. So at the same time, peaceful satyagraha and non-violent movement led by Mahatma Gandhi all over it. So India got the independence, whereas Germany was part of Axis power. So non-violence won the power, whereas violence lost and lost. So thank you.
Exactly, they were wrong. So they used unprovoked aggression. So they were executed. That's the reason why it is sometimes necessary to fight for your own rights. It is necessary to fight for your own rights as well as for others. This world is not the utopia you think it is. It is a world. It is a real world, and there are real bad peoples. You can teach them however you want with your good voice until you are plain blue. But in the end, you will only need to use force for them. In some situations, yes, the immediate cause of going on a war is of course not peace. But in the long run, war is often necessary to create long-lasting stability and peace. Just take a look at World War II for example. The spinelessness of the great powers following World War I was what the reason for the fascists to take control and build their almost world-conquering army. When war destroys tyrannical and aggressive governments, it does indeed promote peace.
A very absent performance done by both debaters, and it's very hard to tell that was won the debate and the other one. But at the last, I leave it to you to decide that who has won and who has lost. And I hope that you will have liked the video. Thank you.